So for today, we're going to come up with Jody Burks and Allison, who are both from Stortrack. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Allison.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hey, Allison.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you? And Allison actually works for List Self-Storage as well. So she's got both things going on. So this session today is called 3 Easy Ways Data Helps You Optimize Your Pricing Strategy. And before we get started, I just wanted to play a quick video for you as it relates to Stortrack. Stortrack is the leading provider of market data to the self-storage industry worldwide, offering solutions to owners, operators, developers, and investors with crucial data needed to make important day-to-day decisions in self-storage. Stortrack for owners and operators offers current competitive rate data, historical rates and trends, inventory and supply change, price volatility, marketing information, and scheduled reports. Stortrack for brokers, developers, and investors offers supply data, competition analysis, historical rate trends, inventory insights, demographic data, and plan developments. To learn more, please visit www.stortrack.com. For pricing, please contact Jody Burks, Business Development Manager of Stortrack, by email jody@stortrack.com or 727-222-5774. Jody, your phone's going to be blowing up after this conference.
If I don't answer today, we do have another presentation later today, but definitely looking forward to talking to people and helping them out with data for storage.
Awesome. Well, thank you ladies both for joining us today. I'm going to let you take over as Allison is the moderator for this session. If you both wouldn't mind giving us a quick intro as to who you are and what you do for the industry and who you work for, that would be awesome. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks.
Hey, okay. I'm Allison. I'm the president of List Self-Storage. I started there about 6 years ago, and we are a platform for buying and selling self-storage properties. Jody, give us your spiel.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jody Burks. I am with Stortrack in business development. I have been in self-storage for over 20 years. I still have a small interest in a couple storage properties, but I'm a former operator. I ran a portfolio in Florida for about 17 years. So I'm with Stortrack now. I'm loving it.
Yeah, Jody comes from a really great background too, because you have the operational perspective as well. So that's awesome. So I'm just gonna be quiet and let you take it away, Jody, but I will jump in as people ask questions. So I'll just interrupt and be really classy that way.
Well, it says you're the moderator, but kind of a conversation, and Allison and I have worked together now for a couple of years here. And so today we're talking about 3 easy ways data can help you optimize your pricing strategy. We're kind of doing it from the perspective of Stortrack because we have the data and we actually have a platform that's called Optimize. Here, we're just talking about who needs the data. And I think Allison, with you being with List Self-Storage, we know that operators need it, investors, developers, brokers need data to make good decisions. Things like understanding your market, the market trends, who your competitors are, what's happening with their rates, what kind of changes is going on in the market so that you can see to either help boost your revenues, change your pricing strategy, keep your current pricing strategy going, possibly implement a new revenue management process. So yeah, definitely data is good.
From an investor perspective or a developer perspective, it also kind of helps you determine the market's tolerance for new supply and kind of what you can anticipate there.
Yep. Like I said, and I think we'll go through this platform, but the data can kind of cross over for you, like you said, in both aspects, whether you're operating and owning or looking on the new side to develop or acquire. So the easy ways, again, we're just making it simple for you. So data can help you understand your market and market trends. more efficient reporting. If you have a system of reports, that's great. The more that can be either automated or have kind of a set process for your reports, it's going to make it a lot easier for you, more efficient, easier to make changes. And then, of course, we want you to use the data, or I know myself, I use the data to basically improve store performance, or as my owner would say, the bottom right hand corner is what the goal was there. So we are going to jump into let me see here, a live demo account here, so we can look at Stortrack and look at the data with those 3 easy ways that we were talking about. First of all, like understanding your market. So you want to know who your competitors are, right? So again, you may have your own process. You may do competition reports yourself. But one of the things with the data that I know as a previous manager and operations manager was that all my managers collected the data at a different time. And I don't know for you, Allison, but you hear people, they want real-time data. They want data now. They want to know what's going on. So if your manager collects it on last week and sends it to you in Excel, and then your other manager collects it today and sends it to you, by the time you get the data, it's already outdated. So that's why we're talking about kind of, the process here to have the data at your fingertips all the time. So from here, we're just looking at what we call a competition. This is really an overview. So you can look in your market and see how many competitors. In this example, we're at a 5-mile radius, and we have 13 competitors around a single store address. So right there, you can see this is a pretty competitive market, knowing that you've got that many competitors. One of the things, again, that I like as an operator here, this is showing you a little bit about inventory. So again, knowing your market and knowing who has what type of units. Where there's a green check mark, that means that inventory would be available online. If there's an eyeball with a strike through, we say that we've regularly been tracking this unit type, but we don't see a price today. So that could give you some insights into your market to say, how am I going to drive my price? Well, I see that this competitor is out of 5x10s, 10x10s, and 10x15s. You may have a lot of 5x10s and 10x10s. So that would be an opportunity for you to grow the revenue there. By looking at your market and seeing what's available and what's not available. Let's see. If we look at more data or more unit type pricing here, this shows us the trends over the last 30 days. I think trends, again, are important. Today, when we look at an overview here, all the red with the down arrow shows that there has been a slight decrease in the trends of the pricing over the last 30 days. So for example, here on a 10x10, it shows that the price has been going down about 1.35%. So not a huge change, but again, knowing those factors in your market, again, it's going to help you make decisions on your pricing. We also see here today that there's 9 competitors offering a 10x10. It's going to give us the average market price today, which is showing at $153. And the price of your store for this example would be $139. So you're going to be priced a little bit lower, and that's okay, again, if that's your strategy. But just having the data to know what's going on in your market is great. We also can click into the details here and get a lot more information. I like graphs and charts. I know some people are Excel driven, and we do have Excel reports that can be extracted or downloaded if you like to visualize the data that way. But from here, it's going to show you who's the lowest competitor in the market right now. In this case, it's a U-Haul. Who's the highest price and what the average price is. And then just again, like I said, on a simple graph here, you can compare your store and see what's happening and how your competitors are priced. Also from this graph, you get to see, and you can change here, looking at anywhere from 5 days up to a year, comparing the current advertised rates. So this is history, or historical data, as we would call it. And if you wanted to go back, so you'll be looking at the beginning of October, you could see that the top competitor is priced at $223. And you can see as you move across the graph that the prices come down. So around 205, 196. And then you see there's a break in the line here. This would mean that this competitor ran out of inventory for a specific amount of time. And then when they come back online, you can see the change in the price. So now they're at 177 and 169 now. So if your price was, or your store is in here, then you're going to hover over your store and look at your store and see where you're priced. Again, you want to look at other factors that come from your property management software. What is your occupancy? Do you have a lot of these units that you need to move? And so maybe that's why your pricing is a little bit lower here than the current market average. We have some great reports. We talked about a competition report. And like I said, I know that my managers, I required them to turn in a competition shop. We had an Excel chart, but like I said, again, from here, this would be automated that you could look at every day. You can also have this report sent to your email so that you get it every day. But what you're getting here with the insights is looking at particular unit types is how the price is comparing. So for this example, if you see green, how awesome is this? How simple is this? That you get to see I'm priced 2.5% lower on this kind of units. I'm priced 4% higher on these units. Wouldn't you like to see, wouldn't that be simple, Allison, to just kind of see, you know, pull it up quick and look and say, hey, I don't have to do the math. I don't have to do the averages. This is figuring it out for me.
Yeah, and that is obviously anything that makes it just more seamless is obviously great. I do have a question actually from the audience. So what is the best way for a manager to collect the competitor information?
So different ways, you know, like I say, if you're going to do it yourself, and it would be more timely, and again, it would be difficult, that depending, do you have the time to sit down and check all your competitors in the market at the same time, or are you going to have to do one today, one tomorrow? Most of the time people go to the websites, get the rates, or do a call shop if their pricing isn't online. So from this standpoint, if you used kind of a Stortrack optimize or something, we help you pick your market, define the market by a radius, and it would collect the competitor data for you. So right now we're looking at the summary here. Let me go to the detailed report, and as we move over here, you'll see, I think the question that you're asking me, oops, sorry, something popped up there. I'm using two screens. Now you get to see competitor instead of, so the first screen showed you the averages comparison. So now from this competition report here, you have the opportunity to look at each separate competitor. So if you see here, competitor number 5 shows you that on the 10 by 10 climate controls, you're priced lower. On the 10 by 15 climate control, you're priced higher. And this is just against this one competitor. So like I said, here, you're looking at each individual competitor. Maybe you know more information about them. You want to know their features. You want to know their benefits. You want to know their access hours. If you have better, you know, features or things that your competitor doesn't offer, you should be offering a higher price. You know, you want to pay for that. So as you scroll across here, then again, you can see there's different pricing or different percentages of where you're priced in that market over your competitors. And again, to me, that makes sense. You don't want to be, you know, unless you've got, you know, something no one else has and you're higher than them on all the unit types and you're still renting units. That's awesome.
I actually got another question. It's just about how Stortrack gets data, and this is in reference to facilities that don't have like their pricing on their websites. I mean, I will say I do think that's kind of indicative right there. If you know that your competitors aren't listing their prices, there's an opportunity there. But then, Jody, if you want to take the rest of that.
No, agreed. There's still operators that don't have their pricing online. You may be in a smaller market. Maybe your strategy, you may need to update your website. We do have some insights here. Also, what we call a marketing scorecard that helps you compare your market activity or your market website against your competitors. So we don't have the pricing for those that are not online. If we go back here, you'll be able to see we identify who your competitor is. And so that's one of the awesome things, that we still can get a list of all those stores for you. I think we said there were 13 stores in this market. So for example, here we see one with all red X's. This particular storage brand or competitor doesn't put their prices online. We do have some tabs in here for you where you can go to their website. You can see the street view, so you could see what the property looks like. Maybe you want to take a look at it and see if it's a true competitor. I know on the list side, Allison, we use the reference for, is this an A property, B, C class storage? So if you're in A storage and you're a multi-level self-storage, brand new built, and you're looking at this as a C class, they don't have a gate, they don't, that's very small, they only have a few drive-up units or something, then maybe it's not really a true competitor. So we would not have the pricing for that, but we would be able to have you look at the other competitor pricing in that market. So what else? I think maybe looking at a report here. We just looked at the activity report. The comp report. We also have something available called an activity report, which is awesome. Available again to be automated, to be emailed to you today. As you can see here, this one's showing you for today, today's date, and the property here. So this is showing you activity that happened in this market today. So yesterday, the market average of a 5x5 was $63.50. Today, the average is 65. So that price has gone up since yesterday. It does show your price that is in here and comparing it to them. And you can see sometimes we'll put notables, we call them, where we can actually show you which competitor changed the price and what's happening in that market again. So the price is changing close to 3% on the 5x5 climate controls. Then you have the 5x10 climate control is trending down. Again, you can make some decisions about your pricing there to help you optimize your price and grow your revenues. You may need to lower your price to rent more units, and that's okay. And then you'll drive the price when the demand is better, or your supply goes down.
Hey Jody, just a heads up, we're like less than 2 minutes.
Already? Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
So yeah, this is just kind of a brief intro into some of the data, like I said, some of the data that we have, but really, let's jump back here to go. More like, just again, the reason you want the data is to understand your market, get more efficient reporting, and improve your store performance. So what Optimize offers for you, and like I said, if you do have some other ways of collecting the data, you just want to consider that, looking at the competitor rate data, getting automated reports so that you have them real time, like we talked about, looking at possible inventory, if you can, is how is it moving in the market, or who has what units, and then again, having those reports at your fingertips. So basically, we're just want to remind you that better data and better reporting can give you a smarter pricing strategy, let you optimize your unit pricing to grow your bottom line and make bigger bottom line, make more money is the goal. So
Perfect. Okay, we will sign off now. I just saw Nick's question. Nick, we pull the data every day, 6 a.m. Eastern.
yep. So it's updated for you every day and in several different platforms and reports if you need them, or just
Lots of stuff.
yeah.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Thanks, Allison. Thanks, everybody.